I saw this guy in this Arca mission that I was doing for extermination, trying to farm some of these Stella resources for the Archon shards. You can bind Archon shards and stuff like that, and also make a Tau Forge Archon shard for specific ones. But I saw this guy just going around using a vault, slamming things down, killing everything. This is like a level 175 to a level 180. I definitely want to try to take down a level 100, 200, or 280 with whatever he is using. And I was just surprised. Like, he's like slamming, just ending everything in his path. So I figured out what he was using, and I saw on his screen that he was using the Arca Titron. So we're gonna get into how we put this together for myself. Taking a look at the Archon Titron build setup. I did form this again, that's why you've seen rank 23, but honestly you don't need to form this again. I think I had like maybe 2-3 formers on here. You don't need a fourth forma. The only reason why I threw this on here is because of condition perfection. So this is the Tennokai attacks basically. So when the icon pops up for melee, you can just do a heavy attack. Not really necessary, okay? Because the Archon Titron is very, very strong. Like, you wouldn't even need a condition perfection. And condition perfection is going to also add damage, but also it does not drop. It's supposed to not drop your combo multiplier, okay? Your combo counter, whatever you want to call it. It's not supposed to drop that. And you're going to be dropping it regardless because you're doing heavy slam attacks. Galvanized Steel, 110% critical chance, 2 times for the heavy attacks, of course, amazing. And on a melee kill, 30% critical damage for 20 seconds stacks to 4 times. So I got a lot of critical damage on here, all right? So this is going to be so much great damage as you're using this. Now, something else you can add on, which of course the Riven disposition looks great. It does not look terrible at all. So the river disposition is great. You guys can definitely throw a Riven and make it amazing. We got Galvanized Reflex, 50% heavy attack efficiency on melee kill, 20 initial combo for 20 attacks stacks up to 4 times. So that's where you're getting this from the initial combo, and that makes it even better. I mean, you know, and honestly, it also helps me build up a good combo counter. And then not only that, I can also use my melee Arcane, which we're going to get into a little bit. But I thought this was only for glaives, but again, this is for heavy attack. So yeah, I don't know why I thought that, but hey, it is what it is. Prime Pressure Point, 165% melee damage. You got Blood Rush, which is going to stack up your combo multiplier, or critical chance for your combo multiplier as you build it up. Prime Fever Strike, 165% toxin, and then North Wind. Got cold damage on here, which we're doing viral because of that slash. But yeah, I just went with that. Upon my research, that's what I went for. You know, that's what I continue to use. Seismic Wave, I don't even know how I said that. 200% slam attack, and then you got Organ Shatter, which I went for a lot of critical damage, and I got literally more coming off of Vault for critical damage. So yeah, that's how that's working for me. And then melee, now we're talking about the melee Arcane on melee kit. Gain 42% critical chance on your next heavy attack up to 420%. Yeah, this is going to make critical chance insane for the Arca Titron. Now, I saw somebody using a different Arcane, which I'll go back to in a minute and talk about, well, the other Arcane you can use. But the reason why I'm using this Arcane, not only because you got to build it up, which also is kind of annoying, but the red crits. The red crits, they do it for you. Okay, it comes in and it helps you out, especially if you are going to stay maybe for Elite survival missions. That is going to be very useful for you, especially for the Alkalites. The Alkalites do not take status effect, but when it comes to critical chance, they die very quickly. So that's what I would keep it for, because, man, you will wipe out literally every freaking Alkalite there is to spawn in. So that was I was saying about the other Arcane you can use. I think I saw somebody upon my research using the melee afflictions. It says all the way. It should be all the way ranked. Rank 5, enemies affected by status effects gain 6 additional stacks when they are knocked down or flung by melee attacks. So there you go. That's why he's using that. All right. And for the status effects, that's basically what we are doing when we're doing heavy attacks. Now a deep dive into my build for Vault. Now Vault is based off of strength and duration. The reason why is because speed. Okay, this is a speed god build. Arcane Fury, Arcane on. Rank 5 on critical hit, 60% chance for 180% melee damage to melee weapons for 18 seconds. So that's gonna add on more melee damage for you guys. And yeah, you know, Arcane Energizer is great. Arcane to use for energy pickup, so you want to throw that in there. Now also talking about the Archon Shards that I have on. Alright, I have 2 Amber Shards. This is up to you guys, but I'm going to show you what I'm using. This is mainly for casting speed. Now, do we really need it? Probably not. But me, I love it to death, so I'm going to use it. You got the Violet Archon Shard, which gains 25% melee critical damage. When max energy is over 500, the damage boost doubles. Okay? So this goes for every heavy attack that you decide to use. This is going to help you out a lot. Now, these aren't Tile Force, so if you are lucky to get a Violet Tile Force Archon Shard, then use it definitely. Okay? This is going to boost a lot of damage for melee critical damage. So this is great. And you know, as we got a lot of critical chance going on, that's going to be helping you out a lot. But depending on the weapon that you are using, some things aren't just, you know, needed. One quick thing I have to add is the ability that I swapped out for Shock for now having the Omomori ability on. This comes from Kome, and that brings you invulnerability. So it's tags floating around the Warframe. As those tags go around, if you take damage, it will give you invulnerability as that tag now dies out. As all 5 to 10 tags dies out, it'll keep giving you invulnerability, and you would just have to keep recasting ability after that. Upon casting, you will get overshield on your Warframe, and depending on your strength, that is also going to matter. It will give you 5 to 10, and then it'll literally bring your overshield up more depending on that strength. Now, there's many other things that you guys can also learn about and know about that I also picked up as well, but I'm not going to add it in this video, and I did not because it really didn't matter. And there's so many other things, so many other resources, and so much other research that I did to see how we can build up melee damage and all this other stuff. And it involves pets, companions, a lot of other different companions. All right, saying pretty much the same thing, but yeah, I'm just not gonna get into that because I really don't care too much about all that. But it's very, very interesting information, and there's a lot of things you need to know. So if you want to, go ahead and do your research on that. Look it up on YouTube, Google, stuff like that. All that will help, just like it helped me. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below about this setup. Anyways, hit that like button if you enjoyed today's video, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Keep sharing the content to friends, family, and especially to someone that actually plays the game, and tell them to subscribe. We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers, and I know we're gonna hit it this year. So I would appreciate it if you keep sharing the content. Love you guys so much, and I'm gonna see you all in the next video. And don't forget to follow me on Twitch, where we'll be back on there June 8th. Save the date.